Are you looking for a browser that is fully customizable, privacy focused, and packed with productivity features? Whether you are a beginner like me in this previous video or a tech king, by the end of this video you will know everything you need to master Vivaldi, such as tab tiling, side panels, and mouse gestures, and much more. Chapters down below. Let's start with the installation process. You can skip further if you feel like, as we head into vivaldi.com and simply click download. So there we go, it's done. Unfortunately, it booted me straight back into my old setup, but you should see something similar to this when booting it up for the first time. Now, let's get you comfortable with the Vivaldi interface. Unlike other browsers, everything on here can be moved, resized, or customized. You have your tab bar at the top, which obviously shows live tabs, and below there is an address bar. On the left is the side panel. At the very bottom, you have the toolbar, which gives you some more info. The first step towards customization is the tab bar position. You can right-click the tab bar, click settings, and you should be met with this page where you can change your position from bottom to right or left. I prefer having my tabs on the left, as the space on top is more useful compared to the sides on most websites. You can choose to resize this panel as you wish. This way, you get to see more of the screen. On the left, we've got the side panel. This is like your productivity hub. It's where you will find bookmarks, downloads, notes, history, and any web panels you add later on. For example, bookmarks. You can organize them, drag them into folders, and even rename them right from here. The downloads panel is super handy too. And then there's history, which it's not just a plain list. Vivaldi gives you a visual view with dates and visit counts, so you can actually see when and how often you've visited certain sites. Next up, the note panel. This one's a hidden gem. You can take notes directly in your browser while you're reading something online. Let's say you're researching, you can type right here and even attach a screenshot or web link to the note. So if you're writing an essay or planning something or planning a trip, your notes stay right next to what you're researching. But the best part about the panel is that you can add your own web panels. You click the little plus icon at the bottom. Now type in any site you want. Let's try adding Twitter, and there you go. It opens right inside the panel as a mini version of the site. You can scroll, like posts, reply. It all works exactly like the full site, just in a narrow view. You can resize the panel to make it wider, thinner, or even add multiple ones like ChatGPT, WhatsApp for web, or any news site you check often. You can hide or show this panel anytime with this little icon here, and if you prefer it on the right side instead, just go into settings, panel position, and flip it. It's all about personal preference here. Now down here is the status bar. It gives you shortcuts for features like page zoom, screenshots, and reading mode. You can also hide this bar completely if you want a cleaner look. Another thing that makes Vivaldi stand out is themes. You go to settings, themes, and you can switch between light and dark modes or create your own color scheme. You can even set it to automatically change depending on the time of the day, and if you had not noticed, you can create your own themes. It's small details like this that make it feel really polished and personalized. Let's move on to where Vivaldi really shines. Its powerful tab management features. If you're someone who keeps dozens of tabs open, this is where you will fall in love with this browser. But here's where it gets interesting. You can group, tile, hibernate, and even tabs as sessions. Let's start with tab stacking. If you drag one tab over another, Vivaldi creates what's called a tab stack. It's basically a group of tabs under a single tab. So instead of having 20 tiny tabs across the top, you can group related ones together neatly. When you click the stack, you will see all the tabs inside it. You can open them one by one or right click and rename the stack to keep things organized. For example, call it research or entertainment. It's a small touch, but it really helps when you've got a lot going on. Now here's something even cooler, tab tiling. Let's say you want to view 2 or more pages at the same time. Just select the tabs, right click, and choose tile tabs. Boom, Vivaldi splits them side by side right in the same window. You can watch a YouTube video on one side and take notes or browse another page on the other. No extra window needed. And if you want to go back to normal, just click and select ungroup or untile. This next feature is a lifesaver. Right click on any tab and choose hibernate background tabs. This tells Vivaldi to unload the ones you're not using from memory, freeing up RAM and keeping your system fast. And when you click them again, they instantly reload exactly where you left off. For your most important websites, things like email, calendars, or chat apps, you can pin them. They also reopen automatically when you restart the browser. Here's another feature for you, tab sessions. If you're working on a project and you've got 10 tabs open for it, you can save all of them as a session. Later, you can reopen that exact setup in one click without without having to find each site again. So if you've got separate sessions for school, work, or personal browsing, you can switch between them instantly, just like Workspace. If you're a keyboard person, you can also cycle through tabs using Control plus Tab. You can customize this shortcut or make your own in Settings and Keyboard. Alright, let's go over the navigation and how browsing works in Vivaldi. For example, the address bar. Like every browser, you can type URLs or search queries, but Vivaldi adds search shortcuts. Type the letter of a search engine, then your query. For example, G space for Google or W space for Wikipedia. So W YouTube takes you straight to the Wikipedia search for YouTube. You can also add your custom ones too for YouTube, Reddit, and any other site. Just go to Settings, Search, and here you can set your default engine, add new ones, assign shortcuts. Now this is where things get fun. Mouse gestures. Instead of clicking buttons or using shortcuts, you can control the browser with small flicks of your mouse. For example, right click and drag down, that's a new tab. Right click and drag left, you go back. It feels weird at first, but once it's muscle memory, you'll never go back to clicking tiny buttons. And of course, you can customize every gesture. You can even add your own. I mean, who could have guessed by now? Let's look at one of the biggest reasons people switch to Vivaldi: privacy and security. Unlike Chrome, Vivaldi does not track you, doesn't profile you, and does not sell your data. Everything stays on your device. It lets you choose how strict you want to be with the privacy settings. And private browsing, it works just like you'd expect. It doesn't save your history, cookies, or search once you close it. And without forgetting that all of this comes with a VPN. And that's it. This is your ultimate guide to Vivaldi. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe.